What's going on, guys? It's Law here, back with another video. So today I will be discussing three things that I personally myself have slipped up, or like mistakes I've made in my fitness journey so far. The gym is no different than anything else in life. You're gonna naturally just get smarter and better and more efficient at something if you keep trying at it long enough. And I'm no different. I've had my fair share of ups and downs and kind of just staying complacent and not improving. So that's something that you're gonna have to get used to, especially with fitness, as you're gonna just naturally put on less muscle as time goes on. But again, here's three things that I personally have messed up, and let's get to it. All right, first on the list is being afraid to look stupid or like try new things. So when I first started working out, much like anybody else, you're going to the gym, you're kind of like scared to look foolish and scared to fail. So of course, naturally, I believe that limited me a little bit when I first started. Today, I don't care. I'll go and try new exercise just because I feel like it. Like, I don't care who's looking at me. You could have the whole gym watching me and I'd still try it and look like a fool. But when I first started in particular, there's a lot of exercise I just didn't try because I was scared that I was going to look foolish and do it wrong, and everyone's just going to look at me and judge me. And that's kind of something that you kind of just get over with over time. You're going to kind of realize that most people in the gym aren't looking at you. In fact, I would say a majority of them don't even realize you're there. And if they do, it's not like, oh yeah, look at that guy over there looking foolish. It's more so of like, oh yeah, this person's also putting in that work, right? So when you're starting off, do not be afraid to try new things. If you look online and be like, hey, the exercises look cool, go ahead and try it. Don't like let no one deter you from doing that, because you're gonna look foolish. I mean, I remember when I benched for the first time and I got overly confident. I put a 25 on each side. Keep in mind, this is Smith Machines, that Planet Fitness, and the shit damn near like choked me out because I refused to get a spotter, and I was like, being all like honcho man, like, oh yeah, I got this, and then I almost killed myself. So, just examples like things like that. Just don't be afraid. Just go ahead and try new things and get at it. All right, number 2 on the list, we have trying to be perfect. And this is something I still struggle with today, but I've gotten a lot better at it because, let's be real, you're never going to be perfect. I feel like even if we went to like Chris Bumstead or like Arnold or Ronnie, Jay Cutler, Phil Heath, I mean, just to name like all these guys, or even like your favorite influencer today, no one's perfect. Like, no one has a perfect workout. No one has a perfect split. No one trains 100% perfectly. There's always going to be someone that's going to disagree with you. So therefore, I personally just don't even try to be perfect. Like when someone critiques my workout, I wouldn't say I don't care, but it's more of like okay, that's cool and all, but like, I'm not trying to have the perfect workout split. It's perfect for me, and that really is what you should be looking for, because you're never gonna 100% get everything down pat. Even with 10 years of lifting, you're not gonna like have the perfect everything, perfect diet. You're just not gonna be perfect, and that's okay. It's like the Miley Cyrus song, nobody's perfect, or you're worth it. I definitely just butchered that, but we gonna let it rock. But yeah, that's a big key and a big thing I would advise anyone. And a mistake I've made is trying to just get everything down pat. Like, I would change my split, especially in the first 2 years of lifting. I would change my split like maybe every like 6 months, just trying to find the perfect one, and like looking up which exercise is best for the chest and stuff like that. Now I just kind of do what I like. Like, I just started like recently, perfect example, I switched up. I used to do arms on Wednesday, and then I would do chest and shoulder on Thursday. But lately, I've just been loving hitting shoulders and arms together. Like, it's been a really good combination. So I just switched my own split, and then I just do chest, and now I'm training abs again. But I did chest and abs today on Thursday, and this is something that you kind of learn to train more like intuitively, and don't be afraid to like switch things up. in terms of your needs and just feeling what is good, regardless of what someone online might say. Oh, your workout's not optimal. Like, don't care about what they're saying. Do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, you want to be doing this for years. You're gonna have to work out really for the rest of your life to maintain the physique that you've attained. So you're gonna want to enjoy what you're doing, because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're not gonna keep coming back. So that's one. Second tip I would give, and let's move on to the next one. All right, third on the list is a big one, especially nowadays in today's like social media driven world, and you can like see everyone's posting their PRs, everyone's posting their physiques, and the goal of what is like an average physique now is absolutely insane. Like, people think that, like, what's a good example of someone like Jesse James West, for you guys know who that is, or like Alex Eubank, are just like mid-level physiques, and like, the top tier physiques are like your Chris Bumsteads, which it is. Like, Chris Bumstead is a top tier physique, but like that's not attainable naturally. And even if you took steroids, you're not gonna look like that. And if you do, it's because you have elite genetics, but I highly doubt anyone's even gonna look like that. So when you're starting off, especially something I've experienced, is you're gonna always want to compare yourself to something else, because especially online, everyone's gonna look perfect. That's like their perfect version of them, right? They're not gonna show any failed PRs. They're not gonna show them looking maybe a little fat one day, and they're gonna show you looking shredded. They're gonna show you, or them, they're gonna show them shredded. They're gonna show them hitting PRs left and right, having the perfect diet and stuff like that. Meanwhile, you're sitting there looking at yourself and you're like, wow, I'm not anywhere near, I don't like look anywhere near as good, and I've been training for longer, I've been training for less. Or like, wow, we're the same height and same weight and he looks so much better than me. And it's kind of like same thing with like societal like beauty standards. The gym is like no better for that. If anything, it might even be worse, because you're in the gym actively trying to make yourself look better and actively trying to improve yourself. Meanwhile, you're looking at everybody else and there seems to be leaps and bounds ahead of you, and you start to feel inferior and you start to question yourself whether I'm doing stuff right or wrong, when in actuality you're doing perfectly fine. I mean, yeah, you can always switch things up, but that doesn't mean you're not doing good just because someone put on 25 pounds of muscle their first year of lifting, meanwhile you only put on 10. When, first of all, most of these influencers are fake natties. Most of these Hollywood celebrities are fake naturals. They're not natty like they claim to be. They're definitely taking something. And a telltale sign of that, completely unrelated, but a sign of that I see people mistake for all the time. You'll see like a headline. It'll be like, so-and-so was training for this movie and they put on 30 pounds of muscle in 6 months for this role. And anyone that's been working out for a decent amount can tell you, I don't even know what I was saying. A decent amount of time can tell you that putting on 30 pounds of muscle is not something you could attain in 6 months of lifting. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you are perfect with diet and training. You're not putting on 30 pounds of muscle in 6 months. That is not something that is going to happen. Even with performance enhancing drugs, that is very rare to put on. So first of all, that normally is a lie in itself. Then they go on, they're like, oh, well, yeah, I ate chicken broccoli rice. The age-old classic chicken broccoli rice. That's all I ate every day. I ate 6 meals a day. I worked out twice a day. I worked out at 4 a.m. I worked out at 8 a.m. And, I did an hour of cardio in the middle of the day, and I swam a lap around, the Gulf of Mexico or whatever. And you're just sitting there and your general public believes this stuff, and that's the crazy part. Anyone with a little more knowledge can tell it's complete BS. And I love nowadays people are starting to call out stuff like this, but you still have your general public that's gonna suck up to this stuff and believe it, which in turn is gonna make people again compare themselves to that and feel inferior. Because the line is, I'm definitely going to butcher this as well, is that comparison is the thief of joy. And I've always stuck with that line. And that line is actually going to be the motivational quote of the day, or the week, because it's something that I think a lot of people like need to be aware of. Like, stop comparing yourself to everybody else. You're not the same as them, and nor are they the same as you. So yeah, that's gonna be the motivation quote of the week. Thank you guys for watching. As always, you guys see me doing some pull-ups here to finish off my workout. You guys been watching my chest and back workout that I hit Monday night in the background. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you drop a like and a comment down in the comment section, and catch y'all next time.